Tragic cruise-related news coming out of Skagway, Alaska. Nearly 100 people are sick on a P&O cruise. Protesters block a popular French port, a pretty big fire at the port of Miami, and is Carnival Cruise Line making the right move or downgrading? That's all coming up. I'm Jeff. Thanks for watching Backroads Tourist today. It's been a rough year for some popular Alaskan cruise ports. We've seen fires in Denali, flooding in Juneau, and landslides in Ketchikan. Now, a tragic event has hit Skagway. The driver of a tour bus suffered some sort of medical emergency, resulting in an accident that overturned the bus. There were 24 passengers on board at the time of the accident. It happened in a remote stretch of the South Klondike Highway, about 35 miles outside of Skagway, near the Yukon Suspension Bridge. There's no cell phone coverage in that area, and radio communications are limited. The Skagway Fire Department received the call at approximately 3 p.m., and when they got there, they found that 2 other tour buses had stopped and were providing aid and communication relays to emergency personnel. Passengers on the buses with medical training were also assisting those injured in the accident. It's believed that all of the buses, including the one involved in the accident, were carrying passengers from both Holland America and Princess cruise ships. 12 passengers were injured, with some being transported to hospitals in Skagway and Whitehorse, and the highway remained closed for about 3 hours. On a positive note, there were no fatalities or severe injuries, and it's reported that the driver is also recovering well. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are tracing an illness outbreak on P&O Cruises Arcadia. It's been reported that 87 passengers and 11 crew members have reported symptoms of vomiting and diarrhea. That's a total of 98 people out of 2,758 passengers and crew on board. That's approximately 3.5%, and cruise ships are required to report outbreaks of over 3% of the passengers or crew. The CDC is calling this a norovirus. Symptoms usually begin within 12 to 48 hours after exposure to the virus and may last from 2 to 3 days for most people. Of course, the Arcadia has implemented advanced cleaning protocols and is reminding people to wash their hands frequently. Well, it's been a while since we've heard from Extinction Rebellion. Remember them? They're the environmental activist group whose members were chaining and gluing themselves to the locks in Amsterdam to prevent ships from docking. Well, now they're protesting in Marseille, France. This past Friday, they blocked the entrance to the port with several canoes. The blockade lasted for about 3 hours until police arrived. The blockade caused 3 cruise ships to delay docking until the protesters and their canoes could be removed. The article I read didn't mention if the protesters were arrested or if they will face any legal actions. Hey, if you'd like to be informed about what's going on in the world of cruising, please show your support by giving this video a like. And if you want to be in the loop and know when I put out new videos, consider subscribing to the Backroads Tourist channel and clicking that subscription bell down there. I try to put out videos almost every day, and I don't want you to miss out on any of them. There's no charge, and it's easy to do. Just click that subscription button down there. I appreciate it. The fire in Port Miami last Friday was bad, but it could have been so much worse. This happened just before 6 p.m. on Friday. Initial reports were that a container in the Port of Miami burst into flames for unknown reasons. However, new reports are saying that it was a front-end loader used to move containers that caught on fire. At last report, the cause of the fire was still under investigation. First responders were able to get the fire out quickly, and cruise operations were not affected. Although the flames did get pretty close, the docks and cruise terminals didn't receive any damage. The fire seems to have been closest to the new MSC cruise terminal. That terminal has been under construction since 2022, and when completed will be the largest cruise terminal in North America. All right, my friends, so far we've talked about fires, accidents, protests, and a virus outbreak. Let's wrap things up with something a little bit lighter, but I think it's still going to make some people furious. Carnival Cruise Lines is getting rid of tablecloths. Now, some people don't care about this, but other people are beating their chests and gnashing their teeth, saying that taking away the tablecloths cheapens the cruise experience and is just another step in the downfall of Western civilization. Okay, I added that last part. Here's the argument against using tablecloths. Carnival says that they've been washing 3,000 tablecloths per day on each ship, and that washing machines use about 20 gallons of water per load, and that has both an environmental impact as well as an impact on the amount of manpower it takes to do that amount of additional laundry. So what do you think? Do you like the table coverings, or are you okay eating on a bare table? Let's talk about it in the comments section below. Thanks for watching today. I sure do appreciate it. I'm Jeff, and I hope to see you on a future cruise.